Hmm. The, now I understand. It's in Sumatra, the Sultan time.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Os- Ottoman Empire sent its military against the Portuguese colonization
Yeah, yeah.
in 1851.
So Aceh and Turkey has a good relationship
Hmm.
until now, until now.
Yeah, it's good. Good to know. So it's like flooding in Indonesia, but is it because of the rain, the rainy season, or?
First is about rainy season. Second one about the illegal lodging.
Hmm.
So the private company cut
Hmm.
down the trees in the
I got it.
forest, Sumatra
Hmm.
forest. So it caused a big flood.
Hmm. It's
You can check in your news,
hmm.
Sumatra flood. So usually the flood only bring
Hmm.
water and soil, right? Usually.
Oh,
But in
nearly.
Sumatra flood, the
Hmm.
flood bring many trees that already cut down by the private sector.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, my government reject the foreign aid, foreign help, because my government doesn't want to everybody know about the illegal lodging.
Hmm.
So
That's
very big flood.
yes. Like I didn't know. Nearly 1,100 people
Yes, yes,
are
yes.
dead,
Pass
and
away due to
yeah,
this disaster, and
it's
now still some area cannot be reached uh, by the aid. Some area need to use helicopter to drop the aid because the road uh, broken down by the flood. So, brother, actually, this course is called scientific writing course, and then this course for first year of student, semester one, and then it has 160 students. I hope
hmm.
many students will come. Actually, I already pushed them to come, but I'm not sure all will come. So, but I hope maybe minimum 100 student can join. I will remind the student to join now. Okay.
Okay, okay. Do you have students who are affected in the flood? I hope there are no many.
Yes, some of my student in my university got affected by the flood, and the
Hmm.
university give uh, free
Hmm.
education fee will be free
Hmm.
for those who got impacted by the flood because it is really big flood.
Hmm. It's quite sad. May Allah have mercy on their souls and their families.
Amin, amin, amin. So now you are in the first year of PhD program, brother.
Can you repeat?
Now you are in the first year of PhD program.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in the first year of the PhD program.
Okay,
Actually,
okay.
I could have been in the second year, but my thesis in masters took a little bit longer than we expected, so it they gave an extra 1 year for it.
Okay, okay. So you got the scholarship from Ankara University, or you pay by your own
I got the scholarship from him.
from Ankara University or from the government?
Actually, like I am an academic staff here, so I don't pay any tuition. They cover
Oh,
the tuition
I see,
for
I see, I
academic
see.
staff.
Oh, I see, I see, I see. So
We
after
are
you
like
graduate. your PhD, you will become the lecturer in Ankara University.
Yeah, most probably in Ankara or different universities, depending on the open positions.
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
Mhm.
I hope you still help me, yeah, so you can do some collaboration, yeah.
Yeah, I will always be here.
So we will wait some student to join, yeah, brother, yeah. So now already 10 student join.
Mhm. How many students there will be?
Actually, this course has 160 students,
Mhm.
but
Ah,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure everyone will come.
hmm.
But I hope maybe minimum 100 students will join.
Mhm.
So in PhD program in Ankara, is there any necessary to publish in high impact journal, brother?
Yes, I guess like you have to be publishing at least two articles before you graduate.
Hmm.
One is from your thesis. One is like it should not be from your thesis. They should be covered in Q1 to Q4 journals. SCI,
Oh,
uh,
SCI, not
SCI
Scopus,
framework. No,
not
yes.
Scopus. Oh,
Uh, they want SCI, yes.
oh, I see, I see, I see, I see.
It's
So
getting quite
Scop,
hard.
so Scopus is do you know Scopus?
Yes, yes.
Oh, so in Ankara, Scopus is not counted.
Uh, as far as I know, they usually accept SCI, but Scopus, Scopus is counted in associate professor applications.
Oh,
Scopus
I see, I
articles.
see, I see, I see.
But for PhD, they want one SCI article to be published.
I see, I see, I see.
And like since this took place in the general law for PhD programs of the country, I guess like it's going to be hard for PhD students to be graduate because like many of the professors, especially in certain areas, like in more rural universities, they're also having hard time to publish in SCI.
Hmm. So who is your supervisor?
Right now, I don't have a supervisor, but most probably I will continue with one professor who specializes in rural sociology. Rural sociology.
Oh, rural sociology. So
Mhm.
your passion is rural sociology.
Yeah, most probably rural development and rural sociology in main terms. Like my in my master's, I studied on. Uh, actually, it wasn't intense. My thesis was intense, but it wasn't topic oriented with the professor. The professor
Hmm.
works on land use policy, but I worked on agricultural law in terms of land use policy.
I see, I see, I see. Because uh, my passion or my specialty in farmers resilience.
Mhm.
So usually I study about the farmers resilience toward climate change or farmers resilience
Mhm.
towards the disaster or something like that, brother.
Actually, my professor that I most probably be doing my PhD has worked on uh, earthquake outcomes on farmers' production patterns. You know, like we had a big earthquake in 2023.
Oh, I
Uh,
see, I see. So,
he
who
worked
is
on
the
that.
professor, brother?
It's Bülent Gülçubuk. I will send you his name. It's pronounced differently, but in Turkish it's kind of.
Okay, okay, sorry. So I will be a little bit difficult to hear his your pronunciation to pronounce his name, yeah. So we will wait 2 minutes, brother. Okay, yeah, 2 minutes.
Mhm. Okay.
So you live near with the Ankara University?
My house is kind of far, but I'm coming with a personal. automobile, like car.
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
It kind of helps me out, but
How
I
how
wish now.
how long you take from your house to Ankara? 30 minutes or 1 hour?
Like before the traffic, before the earthquake, like after the earthquake happened, uh, Ankara took lots of migration from the affected cities because Ankara is kind of safe zone in terms of earthquake.
Hmm.
So here the traffic kind of increased nowadays, but it takes like 30 minutes in a good time. But if it's going to be congested, it takes nearly 1 hour to go.
Nearly 1 hour. Oh,
Yeah, sometimes it takes 1 hour.
I see, I see, I see.
Do
So
you?
some traffic jam. Some
Yeah, most.
area is traffic jam.
And like as far as I know, in Indonesia, people use mostly scooters, and
Yeah, yeah. Because to scooter price is quite low compared to the car. And then
mhm.
if you use a motorcycle, you can go faster
Yes, yes. But here
compared
in
to the
Ankara,
car. Yes, sorry.
you can only ride scooter for 6 months. For the other 6 months, it's quite cold, and many
Oh,
people,
in Turkey.
yeah, yeah, in
From
Ankara, like,
oh in Ankara. Which month
yeah,
to which month? From what month to
from the end of September to end of March,
you can
it's
ride
mostly,
scooter?
yeah, you can ride, but you will be freezing out in the cold. Hmm?
Even though you are wearing gloves, something like that.
You can wear gloves, but I had a scooter once when I was undergraduate graduate student here. I
Yeah.
had a scooter. I was riding it for 11 months, but I was always getting sick in 1 week, 2 week, especially in the winter months.
I see, I see, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, now already 60 student who join. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
shall shall we start?
Yeah, okay. I can
Okay.
introduce myself if they want.
Oke. Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
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 Waalaikumsalam
Alhamdulillah,
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
alhamdulillah,
Waalaikumsalam.
alamin.
Waalaikumsalam
Oke,
warahmatullahi
oke. Terima
wabarakatuh.
kasih, terima kasih. Oke, Alhamdulillahirobbilalamin. Thanks to God, thanks to Allah for giving us the opportunity to join this international guest lecture. So we invite Mr. Yiğit Ulukent to speak here about scientific writing. And then salawat and salam always go to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Jadi uh, brother, I will speak in bahasa first ya. Jadi teman-teman, untuk hari ini kita sudah mengundang Mr. Yiğit Ulukent. Beliau dari Ankara University atau Universitas Ankara ya, di mana pada kesempatan kali ini eh, Mr. Yiğit akan menyampaikan materi tentang tulisan ilmiah ya, penulisan ilmiah nanti dalam bahasa Inggris. Nanti mohon jika sudah masuk pada sesi diskusi, teman-teman bisa bertanya, boleh lewat chat, boleh lewat langsung. Nah, ini kesempatan buat teman-teman untuk melatih komunikasi dengan orang asing ya. Bisa jadi nanti di masa depan setelah lulus S1, Mr. Jigit ngundang untuk ke Turki, semisal kan siapa tahu ya, kita nggak tahu. Makanya kalau ada chance, ada opportunity, ada kesempatan seperti ini, tolong dimanfaatkan sebaik mungkin. Kemudian jangan lupa teman-teman untuk presensi di My Class ya. Kemudian yang berhak presensi di My Class yang ikut ini saja. Yang tidak ikut ini itu tidak berhak untuk presensi. So we already invite Dr. Candidate ya, Mr. Zihid Ulukhen. He is from Ankara University, so he will talk about scientific writing. So I met him in Ankara University when I visit Ankara University last year in September, I remember. And then we talk, and then we change phone number, and I contact him in several occasions. And then he helped me a lot. Yeah, he helped me a lot we had the international conference and the speaker couldn't join. He willingness to become the speaker, and then today I also invite him to speak here. It is really honor for me. I really thanks to Mr. Yiğit for accepting many invitation from me. Okay, now I will give the time to Mr. Yiğit, and then after the presentation finish, we will have a discussion with the student. Okay, time is yours, brother.
Uh, Thank you, Professor. Hello, everyone, and thanks for accepting me, and thank you for being here. I hope that I will be giving you a decent and kind of a valuable presentation about research methods, and the basics of the research process. First of all, I'm quite sorry for the flood incident that happened in Indonesia. I hope that the ones who lost their lives, may Allah have mercy on their soul, and I'm wishing the best, the patients, and like my biggest condolences for the ones who are affected. I wish that the government and the country will heal it from soon, and it will never happen again. For the presentation, but before the presentation, I'm going to be briefly introduce myself. I'm Yiğit Ulukent. I'm a PhD student in Ankara University. Ankara University Faculty of Agriculture is the oldest faculty of agriculture in Turkey. We have been founded like 100 years ago with the Republic time, and my department here, the Faculty of Agricultural Economics, its first professor was the first rector of the university, a German person, and here we are with 14 or 15 professors, 2 research assistants, and associate professors. We are a department located in Ankara, the capital city. I'm mostly working on agricultural policy, rural development, and land use policy. Especially, I've worked on land use policy in my master's. I have worked on different countries' legislations for the protection of agricultural lands. I stayed on the legal side, but I was able to check on the policy side too. So if you have any questions, or if you want to check on my thesis, it's in Turkish, but you can find it on the internet. Let me share the presentation with you. 1 second. Can you see the screen? I guess you can see.
Yes, brother, we can see.
Okay, I will start. And also, one thing that I want to tell you is when you have a question, or if you want to join, participate when I'm talking about things, you can briefly cut it and just tell your opinion, because I have some opinion side too. Please don't hesitate. For the scientific research side, I just gave a brief introduction because many of you is in the beginning of a scientific way, or because like even you are an undergraduate student, you can conduct scientific projects, scientific research articles, and presentations in the student congresses or international congresses that will include students, undergraduate students with advisors. Like, how did I start research? Before being a research assistant here as a government official, when I was in my undergraduate, I went to 2 international congresses that included oral presentations that I prepared in neural networks and their usage in agriculture and functional foods. And that was beginning to me in the undergraduate side. So please don't hesitate when you want to do something. There are lots of opportunities that will include undergraduate students too. And for the learning objectives of this presentation, I'm sure that you will have a brief understanding of what a scientific research is and what are the types of it, identify some basic research methods, recognize reliable academic sources, and prepare a simple academic presentation that might be posted in slides. And for what makes a scientific research is like being a, the term citizen scientist. Like every one of us is living in a community. We might be living in a rural or an urban side of a country or a city. But when we go out, we are being influenced by many things that this can be environmental things. This can be causal from people around us and animals around us, or the water that we use, or the wastes that we produce. So when we think about all these topics, we might be coming up with an idea that will include a causal side. Like when you throw a trash, that's something that you do for every day. Like for 10 years, you just took the trash out of your house and took it into the trash can. And you started asking like, I'm not taking the trash into categorizing it, but I'm just throwing it out. So I'm just thinking, does this trash goes to? Like, do they separate it or something like that? You can just go out and ask questions and observe this thing and just go to the internet and check it out. But if you want to do something that will include causal side of it, you might be coming with a question that will include a causal side. So a scientific research comes to this place where like, and don't think about like, I guess many of you are related in agricultural sciences. So this scientific research can be conducted in a laboratory. It can be conducted out as a field research. It can be about archaeology. Like you can go out and dig up the earth, the soil, and just take try to reach to things that will support your question. So it's a systematic way of investigating your questions. It might be, it should not always be, it can be completely theoretical, like in physics, in some other theoretical fields, but in our field, it's mostly based on evidence, not personal opinion. It should be conducted using clear methods. It should be aimed at producing reliable knowledge. So what is not a scientific research is the question that comes here. When we check on it, scientific research is not guessing. It's not like, I guess the trash can that I'm taking it and the ministry, not the ministry, the local government takes it to the trash. So I guess they separated it. It's a guessing thing. It should not include the personal beliefs, but in some research, like in some fields, like it can be include like religious studies. You can also take personal beliefs because you have studied in terms of a systematical thing that kind of goes parallel to your beliefs, and also random internet information, and also copy paste from websites. The research must be logical, structured, and transparent. The research should include a question. This question had to be including most of the time the causal side. The causality is one of the most important things that we know. So why do we conduct research? We do research to understand the world around us. Just like I said, we are living in cities. Like every time we took the metro, we took the trains and the buses, we buy some coffee from the local coffee shop, or just buy gasoline, etc. Everything collects and provides the data to the society that you live in. So if you want to do a research, it can be a marketing research, like you're a company and you're working in a company, or you want to conduct a marketing research that will come up with your company's new product idea to be feasible. It can be like this, or you're a citizen that you want to improve the transportation system in your local town, but you want to have a causal side of it and take it to the local government that, look, we are having a problem. I look up the problem. I came up with a question like, why does the transportation stops at the midnight? And what if we didn't stop the transportation at the midnight and we continue it to like 3 a.m.? What will be the effect? So you check on things. It's your environment and your daily stuff. You can be something like that. And we can solve social, environmental, and technical problems. We can support ideas with data because like data is everything we have. Sometimes we couldn't reach the data because we are looking up to people who are in charge of producing the data because like we want to check on the 2024 data, but they are only working on the 2024 data on 2026. For the 2025, we need to be waiting for the 2027. But data is always there, depending on the time. It should not be yesterday's data, but we can use data from 10 years before and 2 years before to compare them. And also with data, we can support our question and for the policy making process. Like I'm working in agricultural policy and we use data most of the time, but the people who are genuinely working on agricultural policy are professors or associate professors. They most of the time use geographical data and national data. They use like the government supports wheat farmers or soy farmers or sugarcane farmers in certain region. They support it for the irrigation process. They spent 500 million Turkish liras or like $100 million for a region, and they check on the policy side of it. The researcher goes with a question, how does the support for 10 years for sugarcane farming for irrigation side improve the sugar farming production? So it's a question and you have the data. You can check on the data and come up with a policy idea and to inform the policy process in the next 10 years. I'm just giving you examples. So like for right now or for the end of the presentation, if you can prepare something that will include a causality, a research topic that will include causality. I just if you are able to do it, like if you don't want to speak, if you are having some trouble or just like don't want to share your idea, please don't do it and don't hesitate. Just think about some causal topics that will that can also be research questions. Like if you're eating bread in the morning and you're just thinking about like for 10 years I ate bread in the morning for my breakfast and I didn't lose any weight. This can also be a research question that you can prove data that for your weight change or you can test it out by cutting your bread consumption. Just think about it. Now, for this side, I just gave a research idea. Does using a smartphone before studying reduce learning efficiency? And also like research topics like that, I will talk about this later, but they have causes. Like the cause side is an independent variable. Whether you change the other things, the smartphone used before study is independent from your daily preferences, the things that you eat, the things that you do that day. But we are just looking on smartphone use before study. It's a yes, no, or duration. Just think about that. And the effects are, we consider these as a dependent variable, is information retention, study time efficiency, and other things that the participants will add to this side. Some participants will say, I didn't have any information retention, or I had the most efficient time that I have studied on this day, but I also used smartphone and social media. But the one thing that I has like my eye started hurt, and I needed to go to hospital, and this dropped my efficiency. That can be also something. And why this thing causes causality is smartphone exposure is a cause, and change in learning outcome will be our effect. And we can do short experiment, and we also like we can do memory test to students that we are working on after study sessions. So we have two types of researches. One is quantitative research. You can consider this as we use mostly numbers and we use produce statistics. And these can include surveys, measurements, experiments, big data sets. And this is mostly the quantitative research period, mostly answers how many and how much questions. And for the qualitative research side, we use words and meanings, interviews, observations, and it mostly answers why and how does a situation appears or causes another situation to be appear. So in like agriculture, in what I've studied the most, our professors are also, if we can call this like transdisciplinary. They are sometimes working on quantitative research methods and also supporting them with qualitative, and vice versa. It goes like their main qualitative, the research includes a qualitative research in main side, but they also use quantitative research as the backer side. So for the process, like how do we do it? Like I've talked about for daily stuff, you can just think about the trash operation that is run by your local government is working or not working as they told it to you, but you want to took it to a research topic. You choose this topic and just identify the question. And this research question, like the topic can be something that will include different questions or different things about the subject, but you will define a research question, and the research question should be narrowing the thing that you are mainly looking for. If you don't narrow your research question, you will be just spreading out to different topics and different sites, and you will lose your way because a research should be done in a time, because like we are not living beings who can research a subject that will continue for 3 or 5 years. You will set yourself a deadline, and this narrowing it down process will help you to finish your research project. You just go out for and also like for the collecting data side is like you just have to be collecting data that will really work for you, because collecting data processes are mostly hard. You will be reading reports, downloading them from some site, going to your university, and like for national data production services, like we have Turkish statistical agency that keeps all the data that we need. If you want to check on how many people are watching television and which program in 2024, you can go to the National Statistic Office. And for the agricultural side, you can also do it too. And for the next period, you are going to be analyzing the data. The data, whether the data is good for you, for your research question, is it suitable? Can you use it? And does it have the meaning side? Like the data can look okay, like I can use this data because it seems related to me, but when you analyze the data, you realize that it's not related or shows the causality with my research question. And after that, you present the results in an article or conference presentation, as it can be poster in different types of sets. So like a good research topic should be, it should be including these, because like if you do research in something that's not interesting to you, it can give you hard time. Like for the PhD or master's process, you have to be narrowing it down. You have to be going to a path, whether it's going to be advised by your advisor or something like that. But if you are going to be, like being the master in a field, and the topic should not be interesting to you. If your school needs you to be master in this field, you have to be going. But for personal researches, or just like think about like after you graduate from the PhD, you want to do research in a related field, but it's also going to be interesting to you. You are not mastered in, you can do it. There are no barriers or just borders around it. But it will be good if it's interesting to you and relevant to your field. It's like clear and focused, because like when you're going to be collecting data, the concept or the topic should be clear, because if it's not going to be, you will be collecting data from very different resources and you have to be spending many time for it. And it should be possibility research. Like you can come up with a great question, research topic, but it might not be possible to research. Like if I'm going to be thinking about like how I'm going to be doing agriculture in the southeast Alp region of Italy. I'm just giving an example. How I'm going to be doing farmers. But when you think about the climate possibilities around the study area, you will be seeing that it's not going to be a research, because people that I'm going to be, the focus group is not even there. So it's something like that. I want to wrap up this side. The option one is I'm just going to be, you want to be doing something about nature, but you have to be narrow it down with a question. What's the question? Urban green spaces and student well-being. Think about your university. If it's in an urban green space, like you are having good time when you go to your school, out from your school, on the pedestrian side, on the other side, like different things that will build up student affirmity. But it's a question that you can go with, especially in qualitative research. And for the research question side, it will define what you want to learn. It will guide your research process, and it should be clear and specific. And for an example, how do green spaces affect university students' stress levels? You can do it by like go to a university campus, which includes connections with green spaces, which is a like nice setting around, nice landscape around the campus. And you can ask the questions like, what do you think about, especially in the midterm or finals time? You can ask them like, are you feeling stressed? And they will say yes, but then you will ask them questions like, how do you think about the green space? Like, does it comforts you? These kind of issues. And you can go to a campus that's more urbanized and mostly far away from the green spaces, etc. You can ask these questions to these students. It's a control group that will give you causality or a group to compare. So what are the main resources when you do a research? Like I'm just thinking about gave examples about urban green spaces and student stress levels, but let's think about the issues with coffee farmers, like how the government support affected the coffee farmers in a certain region in Indonesia. I'm just giving you an example. So you just go to scientific journal articles, like you can go to journals and give some keywords about it, because keywords are one of the most important things for a researcher, for their research to be found, and for other people to find their researches that they are going to be do citations or just like check on them. So you start with, there are many journals, like there are maybe millions of journals about agriculture, economics, management, and some interdisciplinary journals. And most probably Ankara University and our faculty have a journal that's quite high indexed, and we are having many, it's like, different topics. Some professors from marine biology also posts on this journal, and agricultural economics professor also shares on this journal. So you just go out and use keywords and look up for journals, because even you didn't have the data set yet, you have to be checking on the journals for just how does a researcher did this research that's related to mine. What's the setting of it? And you can go to academic books, to your like university library, to the internet connection through university internet, and you can see theses and dissertations that were done about, which are also about your topic. And also you can say, you can check official reports. You can go to FAO's reports about coffee farming or just related interdisciplinary or general reports. And you can use data sets from, you can export or import data sets from UN Comtrade. There are like many, also like they also, 10 years ago, it was quite hard to visualize the data, but right now they automatically visualize the data. UN Comtrade, you can see what are the countries that Indonesia mostly buys coffee or sells coffee from the map view. There are many opportunities. And also like for this beginning of it, the four of these, like they are mostly written by experts, like official reports are mostly written by research experts. And also they are, the scientific journal articles are reviewed before publication. That gives them something like the data and the outputs that you can trust. And also like, what are the non-academic sources? I just shared you here. Like you can see a blog, it's social economy. It's a Turkish blog that includes many good articles written daily. And there are many writers who participate in the post of the blog. This one is about agricultural cooperatives. It tells about like, can you see? 1 second. Hold on. 1 second, 1 second. Can you see the website? Or is it just sharing a presentation screen? Sorry. I will translate this website to English and show you how it stands. 1 second. Okay, like this website talks about cooperatives as a grassroots organization. It tells about like its historical process, etc. And the author is someone who just wanted to research or to do some blog writing here. You can also use these resources if they use scientific resources or just show citation. You can use it, whether like some blog posts that you have to be taking in account, like it can be news. Some researches about like field researches include you have to be taking from the news websites. You go to CNN, BBC, or just many well-known news channels. If you have to be using these data, you can use them as an anonymous or just like depending on the citation requirements from your research address. They might require APA style, MLA style, Chicago style. It depends on things, but you can use them. It's not a constraint. I will continue. Sorry. And you can use like as a you can use Wikipedia as a starting point most of the time. And for social media, you know, like in some universities, some departments of like media studies and communication design departments, they mostly use social media data or social media posts about like factor related research methods when they are conducting them. They might be using social media, but if you're going to be like for our field, it's not always a good idea. It depends. So we have talked about qualitative and quantitative research methods, but if we dig in, because like they are separated in two, but when we take about experimental research, in experimental research, the researcher actively changes something. We act like creators, you know. You have 4 mice, lab mice, that stands in the middle of a room that's covered by screens and you want to check on data. These mice, these rats, are being affected by computer radiation. And you took 4 other rats outside in a good setting and a natural setting, and you actively change, you don't actively do anything. You just actively change the computers or the screen time of the other 4 rats. So the experimental research is mostly used in medical studies, veterinary science. It's something that the researcher can change the setting and other characteristics of the research. So they mostly use treatment groups and the control group. And the randomization process is quite important. Like think about the medicinal experimental research in a medicinal field. You will be testing out a new drug that you have produced on human trials. You go out and you will just, and it's a vitamin drug, okay? It's not a drug that will cause fatal outputs. You just want to completely randomize your treatment group. So you just start picking out people that came to this test center. You don't take their height, their weight, their chronic diseases or etc. You just start take them. When you randomize your treatment group in experimental research, especially, you will see the outputs will be come closer to being right. No, this random assignment thing is quite important, and I will be asking you to check it out after this presentation or something like that, because random assignment made many researches, especially to be more solid, you know. So we are just giving you I'm just going to be giving an example in terms of like university campus. Some students receive free study materials before the exam finals. We just randomly go to the university campus with our hands full with, just think about like, we have perfumes, some coffee, and some desserts in a box. We just randomly hand it out to students around the library who are studying for the finals. For 100 students, we gave them. And for the other 100, we didn't give any treatment packages. So we then compare the exam results. Because why do we randomly give them? When we start picking, I just want to give the gift to students who are who have like blonde hair. If we do that, we will be just completely taking out the factor of the other factors that will complete our exam results, that we are looking for the correlation between gift and exam result. I hope I could have like give you the idea of it. And the other part is survey research. What is survey research? We just go out, we collect data using questionnaires mostly. We measure opinions, behaviors, and characteristics of people. Especially for many of the questions that we'll ask, we will be needing large number of participants, increases the solidness of our survey research. Think about that. We start doing surveys on students, their studying habits, and their GPA levels. And most of the time, survey research shows some kind of a correlation, but not always causation, because some students have study habits that will be, one student is not giving any time for studying. He is just going to the classes and taking notes. And in the last day, he studies for one hour, checking on his notes. And his GPA is 4 or 380. But then we go to study habits of 10 other students gave their answers to the questionnaire, like, I study every day around 5 hours, and my GPA is 3.50. So when we start doing this to 100 participants, we will see like this 10 students who study every day 5 hours starts to create a group. But these 2 students who didn't even study 1 hour before the exam, but with a high GPA, they start to ponder the research. But when we have large number of people behind them, people who study for 2 hours, people who study 3 hours, people who study 10 hours, it's also extreme, but they will, define our group in a more balanced way. It will start to balance itself out. The other one is like observational research. We do not intervene. Like we mostly people who works on sociology, anthropology, etc., history sometimes, and in some interdisciplinary projects, we use observational research, especially when you go to a rural site. Like before you do a survey research, your survey research will give you data that will be helping you to use it in your research, but observational research will also provide data, or just it will lead the way for your survey research. You just don't intervene with the rural a village life, but you will start observing the connections in the village. Like the village leader is connected to this person, and this person owns all the plantations, and the other people work in these plantations. You start observing. The thing is like, for the example side, I will give the student side to the campus side. We will observe library usage patterns during exam. We will just stud out and check on who are using the library in this finals. It can provide realistic data. It can, but we are not going to, because like you are seeing you have seen like 10 students who wear glasses and who came to study for the finals at the library on your observation day. But these students might be coming to the library for using fast internet connection to play computer games. You can't be giving a causality for them. Like these 10 students came to library, they are wearing glasses, and I can say students who wear glasses are studying at the library in the final days. Just like I said, it's out of causality. But it can help you to form causality in different methods. And what are the constraints for the observational research? Like think about you are standing out of the library. You can just stand there for 3 or 4 hours. It can also alert people that what is this person doing out of the library, and checking on people who are going on in or out. It's a social constraint, and for your time and physical constraint, it's something. And I want to talk about 1 second. For undergraduate students who want to be doing research, conducting research, and wants to be climb up the ladder in this kind of work, you can apply to student congresses. They can include poster presentations. Poster presentations, you will be preparing 84 centimeters to 105 centimeters dimensions posters, mostly A1 or A0 size. You include the congress name, your research, main outputs, outcomes, and some kind of a literature, bibliography, etc. You can apply to student congresses, and you can apply to journals that also include undergraduate work with an advisor. Mostly, I had the chance to apply to a journal with an article that I've written about vertical farming, and I used an advisor's name. I was the first writer, he was the second, so we have applied while I was in my senior year. And also research projects that can be national or international. For Turkey side, in Turkey, student congresses that also our students, our faculty has a student congress. Many students are going there to present research that are backed up with the National Research Agency. So a student that wants to research on how does potato being affected when we use this soil to cope with a potato bug. You know, like there's a bug that eats potato and it's quite like problematic thing for the potato farming. So this student wants to check on it in a university field. They conduct a garden here, a plantation, and they get this help from it's a symbolic financial aid, but it helps the student to conduct a research project. That can be something. And one thing that I want to talk about is like the citation process. Like when I first started university, I didn't know about citation process, like the academic citation thing. And one of the most used citation techniques in our university, in many universities in Turkey, and also like in some American or Western universities, and maybe it's the same for you, is APA style. It's mostly used in social sciences, psychology, economics, education. Also, we are seeing the in-text citation. You took a paragraph from a work that you started to briefly explain it in your article, but the idea, the data, or the outcome is not yours. You just put out their name and the year, and also for the end of the pager, end of like the last page, you will in an alphabetic order, you will put their name, year, and title of the book or title of the article, and also for the publisher, the journal's date, etc. This is the most common style that you can use as an undergraduate student, and it's easy to learn, and it's widely accepted that I've just said. The other one is MLA style. It's mostly used in literature, language, humanities. It's an in-text citation which asserts the surname and the page number, and you just go as the cited example to the end of the pager in an alphabetic order. There are other styles that if you are going to be a technical congress, if you are doing in like a very technical thing, like you are working on marine systems, but you want to present it on a fish tank that you produced, you know, you have written a literature review. You can use different scientific methods that will mostly focus on technical asserts. So last thing is like research methods that we mostly use in agricultural economics. This site that I will be giving you the randomized part of it, the examples that what I've talked about is we use agricultural economics methods to analyze agricultural policies, measure cause-effect relationships, evaluate impacts on farmers, production, and prices, support evidence-based decision-making. The focuses are mostly on causality. Sometimes we also use experiments, observational data, and sorry for that. I'll just move this. We are going to a region that because like when you are going to be working with a farmer group in a rural area, the people that you're going to be working are completely randomized. We just divide these groups into one group receives a treatment. They receive policy support for 2 years. The other group is the other group didn't receive anything, nor the support or the training. So it's going to be our control group. We will test out like the group that received agricultural support and agricultural technical training increase their productivity and environmental sustainability. So for the example site, some farmers receive fertilizer support, others do not. Yield differences are compared. Strong method, yield difference, just like I said. It's a strong method to intercept the causal interference. For the next pager, the difference in difference method is compares before and after outcomes. it uses the treatment group and the control group. There is an assumption for the ID process. It assumes both groups follow similar trends. For example, a subsidy is introduced in one region. The crop prices before and after are compared in this one, and the other group didn't receive any subsidy. So it's widely used in agricultural policy analysis. It's quite important. It's quite contemporary right now. Like, when you're doing a research, conducting a field research, especially in agricultural policy, agricultural economics, agricultural management, you go to a certain place, and there might be for your causal interference that you want to be coming up, there might be some hidden factors and some measurement errors, something that you didn't think about, the control or the test group, treatment group that will completely change the output that's of your research. For like, just think about this. The education affects farm income. But when we think about agriculture production, which education do we talk about? Is it the education that's given in higher institutes or high school level on farm, like practical knowledge? But the unobserved one is the ability. We can think about a farmer who never went to a school, a formal school education he never took. But this farmer is quite habilitated from his family. He has a heritage. He learned lots of things when he's a child. And this can be the isolating thing for the causal factor. And the other one is regressional discontinuity. Is when you think about individuals, like just like the library example. Individuals just above and below a limit are compared. We are comparing people who are around the height of 180 centimeters, okay? We are just thinking about people who are around 180 centimeters are most related to basketball success in basketball. When we think about that, 180 centimeters is our threshold. It's a certain level that we'll be looking on. We started looking people who are 181, 182 centimeters, 183 centimeters. Around 185 will be our limit. And the other limit will be people who are starting from 175 centimeters to 180 centimeters. We create a level that will we are only asking for the height. No, the only thing that we are looking is height. We are not looking for these people interests. Some of them never played basketball, so some of them never hold a basketball ball in their lifetime. But we are just looking for their height. So regression discontinuity creates a line like people who are 180 and people who are above 185. We check like when the height increases, does the basketball related or success increases, or people who are in the below increases. Also, like, I'm just giving out the basketball example, but if we are going to be looking for the basketball success in basketball playing, we have to be asking this, we have to be creating this group from people depending on their height on this level from 175 to 185. But they should be playing basketball. I think you can come up with examples in agriculture about this, as I came with support given to farms under a certain income level. We just gave support to farmers who in their like yearly income below $500,000 US. We are just checking them. And also, like, for testing out, for making our research more stronger, we can use farmers who are a little bit above, like $5,500 US, and below $5,000 US, 4,500 US. And the other example is farms just below and just above the threshold will be compared. It's a very credible causal method, only well near the threshold. it solidifies, like, I don't know, solidify is a good word to use. It gives strength to your research, and it's a good method. And sorry for if I took you so long. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please ask. And for more information and contact, here is my mailing address. And I'm leaving the ground for professor and for the students. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. So actually, the student who joined this course are still in the basic, brother. So maybe about the method, they are not studying yet, but I think your presentation can open their mind, yeah, regarding how to make a research with followed by what kind of method that can be applied. Okay, next I will open the discussion. Any question from the student? If you are afraid or not confident in English, you can ask in Indonesia, and then I will translate to ask Mr. Zihid. Hello, any student want to ask? You can ask from chat too, yeah. You can write your question in the chat box. Okay. Meanwhile, we are waiting the question from student. I want to ask to you, brother. How about using AI to help our scientific writing when we write a scientific paper or scientific article, we are using AI for some parts of the writing process. What do you think about that, brother?
Actually, like, for artificial intelligence being used in academic writings or like presentations, etc., I think it's a good, it's it's a good companion when you need help, when you want to proofread, or you are going to be researching in a topic that's quite complex, and you ask AI that my topic is this, it's quite complex. Can you help me out to draw a work process, a working schedule? It can help you to minimize your effort in the beginning effort. But for the literature-based research, or just like, literature scanning process, AI sometimes, like, you have to be reading, in my opinion, because if you don't read, when some people who ask you questions in your thesis jury or in the following period, it can put you in a bad condition because you can't use AI in your brain. You have to be answering the questions directly. And if you had a good experience in literature scanning,
SMP zaman sekarang yang dipelajari biasa kayak
in my opinion.
Okay, brother. So actually, how about in Turkey using AI for student? It is allowed or it is prohibited, brother?
Actually, like, students are, as far as I see, even uh, in like their thesis, etc., they are right now, like, many people are using AI, because like when you see their homeworks and the outputs, you immediately understand they have used AI, because AI produces language level. The AI's language level is quite high for a student who is like first or second year or senior year, you know. But when a student wants to research on something, just like I said, AI shows a map for the students, that how that research can be conducted, what are the steps. It can be helpful, but when you just go to ChatGPT and ask them, like, I'm doing a research about this topic, can you write me a 3 or 4 pager document article? ChatGPT can help you to write this article. Right now, it's, as far as I know, like, it's also getting support from the internet, but it's not going to be scientific, most probably. When you go out, but ChatGPT can prepare you questionnaires. When you're going to be to field trips, you will be asking to farmers. You have prepared 90 questions and you upload the questions to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT that, I have prepared this 90 questions. Do you have any other ideas about my questions? ChatGPT starts, you can change the fifth question to this. You can also add these questions or divide the questions into parts. For that, it's quite useful. But when you just want ChatGPT to create your homework or article or a presentation, it's not going to be helping you a lot because just like I said, when you go out to professors and start making presentations by yourself and receive questions from your presentations during your presentations, you need to be having the ideas in your mind, just like I said.
Okay, thank you, brother. I think it is enough for this time, ya, brother. Yeah, we can continue for the other topic or for the other course. I hope you still willingness to help me to give good knowledge or sharing your knowledge in Turkey case, yeah, Turkey case, and etc. Okay, brother. So
Okay.
next we will take picture. Please, student, to open your camera for a while. Teman-teman mahasiswa, tolong kameranya dinyalakan sebentar ya. Kita foto sebentar saja. Mahasiswa, minta tolong kameranya dibuka sebentar. Masih sedikit ini yang buka kamera ini. Ya, minta tolong dibuka sebentar. Kita foto sebentar ya. Minta tolong dibuka sebentar. Oke, oke, kita ambil foto ya. Saya hitung sampai 3. 1, 2, 3. Oke, saya lanjutkan untuk halaman kedua. We will continue for the page 2. 1, 2, 3. Kemudian kita akan lanjut pada page 3. Oke ya, 1, 2, 3. Oke. Oke, thank you very much, brother, for your time and then for your effort to help me ya. Oke, teman-teman, ucapkan terima kasih kepada Mr. Yigit. Thank you.
Thank you, my
Thank
brother.
you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Thank you.
brother.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you,
Thank
Mister.
you.
Thank you.
Oke,
Careful.
see you. See you,
Very much,
brother.
Mr.
See you.
Sir.
See you
Assalamualaikum.
later.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nah,
Assalamualaikum.
nongol mukanya tuh.